Just somehow that your bride just goes to the vendors. She's always going to the vendors meeting alone. Is she getting married to herself? Like really, like you it's not nice. Like grooms, you need to, nah. I mean, it's high time. It's high time that we talk to you. There is no bride that will not appreciate her groom getting involved at some point in the wedding planning process, rather than her groom just leaving her to do everything on her own. Remember, a happy bride, a happy wife is a happy life. So imagine doing all of these things and your bride is happy. Like your relationship will be happy. You guys will be happy. So yeah. Hey beautiful people, welcome to Nigerian Weddings Arena. On here we'll talk about weddings, relationships, makeups, breakups, everything and anything in between that space of love. So if you're new here and that sounds like something you're interested in, please hit the subscribe button below to become a part of the channel. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back to watch my videos. Guys, so this is a different kind of video. I don't think I've made something like this before, at least not on this channel. I don't think so. Even if I have, maybe just once, but I really do not think so. So in this video, we are going to be focusing on grooms. Like grooms, you need to, nah. I mean, it's high time. It's high time that we talk to you. It's high time that you actually hear things that you need to hear, that you're supposed to hear, if that makes sense. So in this video, I am going to be dishing out tips on how to get your groom to be more involved in the wedding planning process, right? I am going to be dishing out tips on how to get your groom to be more involved in the wedding planning process, right? Now, there are two types of grooms. One is a groom that would love to be involved in the wedding planning process, right? But maybe his bride is just like she's carrying it on her head, which is not a bad thing, right? But he just probably doesn't want to interfere because he wants her to just handle it, her own way and all that. Now, the second type of groom is a groom that does not even want to do anything at all. Like he doesn't even want, if possible, like they shouldn't even disturb him. Let it just like fast forward to the wedding day, and all he has to do is just get to the church or to the mosque and get married, and that's fine that's fine by him, like honestly. So those are the two different types of groom. So here is the honest truth, guys. If you're a groom, I think brides would also be listening to me here as well, but this is for grooms. So if you're a groom, come closer. No matter how your bride is so much engaged in the wedding planning process, even if she's a bridezilla, even if she's carrying the whole wedding on her head like gala, as she should, because it's her wedding, and it's also your wedding as well. There is no bride that will not appreciate her groom getting involved at some point in the wedding planning process, rather than her groom just leaving her to do everything on her own. Like it's not fair. It's not fair. To be honest, it's not fair. It's not a fair thing to do. You should help your bride, because even if she doesn't say it, right, maybe she feels like it's not a groom thing to do, but there are so many things that you can do that are groom things to do. So why not do those things? So that's why I'm here. I'm going to be telling you what to do to help your bride, what to do to help your wedding, what to do to plan your wedding, at least be a part of the wedding planning process. Guys, let's dive into the video already. Let us go. Now, the first one is for my brides. I know that some brides would probably just prefer to do things on their own because they feel like he may not really, that's the groom may not really have so much to say, he may not really know so much about a certain topic and all that, right? But trust me, guys, you need to communicate with your groom. Bride, groom, you guys need to communicate with each other. You may fight, you may not physically fight, but you may argue more than usual this wedding planning period. Trust me, because I have my opinion, he has his own opinion, so clash of opinions maybe sometimes, right? But you need to learn how to communicate with each other, like during this wedding planning process, because at the end of the day, Even if it's like 100, I am 50, that's the bride, the groom is also 50. So that's 100, that's in all. So you don't need to just is he isolate the groom and say, oh, he doesn't know anything about it. I'm just going to do the wedding planning process on my own without involving him. That's not nice. I think that you should try to communicate with him and grooms as well. If she communicates with you, don't be giving generic answers. Just try to be helpful. Like, use your head. Don't say, oh, that's fine, right? Just talk. I mean, sometimes all the bride wants is just for someone to listen and understand, for the during the wedding planning process. She just wants you to listen to what she has to say, and she's good. Like, basically she's good. So guys, brides, grooms, during your wedding planning process, you need to learn how to communicate with each other. It will go a very, very long way in making your wedding a success. Let's move. So another thing that is also very important is showing up. This is for my grooms, guys. Please show up when your bride asks you to show up. I know it can be hard sometimes, especially, maybe the groom is busier than the bride, right? It can be hard to just leave work and go attend vendors meetings and all that. It can be hard, but just try. At least if there are 10 meetings, 10 vendors meetings, and you attend maybe like 3 or 4, that's good, instead of not attending any one at all. Because I mean, even if your bride does not say anything, like, it's just somehow that your bride just goes to the vendors, she's always going to the vendors meeting alone. Is she getting married to herself? Like, really, like, you it's not nice. Like, basically, it's not nice. But just imagine, if you have the chance to, if you can actually create the chance to, go with her for the vendors meeting. Do you know how happy that would make her? Do you know how happy that will make her, guys? So if she should request that, okay, please come for the vendors meeting, come for this vendors meeting. If you can actually go, please go. Show up. Because sometimes there are some decisions that she probably has to take, right? But if you're not there, she has to now start calling, calling you. If your phone is not available, they now have to wait for you to be available before they are able to make a headway when it comes to finalizing that decision. So yeah, attend vendors meetings if you can, and yeah, just help, guys. So finally, this one, see, even if you don't do anything, this particular one, I think that you should, as a groom, like, your presence should be felt. Odogu, your presence should be felt even if you don't do anything. And I'm talking about the wedding party. Even if is probably going to be organized by maybe the wedding planner and all that, I think you should, I believe that as a groom, you should play like a vital role in the parties, like bachelor's party, the after wedding after party as well. Your presence should be felt as an odogu. Your presence should be felt in that area, even if we don't feel your presence all through the wedding planning process. So yeah, your presence should actually be felt in that area. Organize it, the drinks, the whatnot. Like I said, let your presence be felt. So this is where I'm going to be ending this video. I hope with these few points of mine, I have been able to help a groom, but not to confuse a groom, right? I hope I've been able to help a groom, and I hope that you can now see that there are so many things that you can do in the wedding planning process. It's not just about picking your groomsmen and going to, source for source for groom suits and all that. There's so much more that you can actually do for your wedding to help your bride or your wife to be, to have a successful wedding at the end of the day. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I hope I've been able to help you. If you're a groom, let me know in the comment section below. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.